There are several potential problems with using a 100-watt compact fluorescent lamp, or CFL, in a 6-inch recessed insulation contact, or IC, with a shower trim. Firstly, overheating can occur. The 100-watt CFL will produce more heat than the 40-watt bulb that is recommended by the manufacturer. This could cause the fixture to overheat and become a fire hazard. Secondly, a fire hazard is present. The CFL bulb may not be able to withstand the high temperatures inside the recessed can, which could cause it to shatter and potentially start a fire. Thirdly, it is a code violation. Using a 100-watt CFL in a fixture that is only rated for a 40-watt bulb is a violation of the National Electrical Code, or NEC. This could void your insurance policy in the event of a fire. It is always best to follow the manufacturer's recommendations for the type and wattage of bulb to use in a recessed can. If you need more light, you should consider using a different type of fixture, such as a Juna 5-inch can with a 50-watt PAR bulb. Here are some additional suggestions to improve lighting without risking safety or code compliance. Firstly, use a lower wattage CFL bulb. A 75-watt CFL bulb will produce about the same amount of light as a 100-watt incandescent bulb, but it will use less energy and produce less heat. Secondly, use a different type of bulb. Light-emitting diode, or LED, bulbs are more energy efficient than CFL bulbs and they produce less heat. They also have a longer lifespan, which can reduce maintenance. Thirdly, install additional fixtures. If you need more light, you can install additional recessed cans or other types of fixtures to increase the overall illumination in the area. Consider spacing and placement to ensure even light distribution. Fourthly, use a dimmer switch. This will allow you to control the amount of light that is produced by the fixture, giving you flexibility to adjust the brightness as needed. Be sure to use a dimmer switch that is compatible with the type of bulb you are using. When selecting recessed lighting for showers or other wet locations, it's essential to choose fixtures that are specifically designed and rated for those environments. These fixtures are typically marked as suitable for wet locations and have features like waterproof gaskets and corrosion-resistant materials to protect against moisture damage. Also, ensure the fixture is insulation contact rated. IC-rated fixtures are designed to be in direct contact with insulation, reducing the risk of overheating and fire. Non-IC-rated fixtures require minimum clearance from insulation, which can be difficult to maintain in recessed lighting installations. When choosing bulbs for recessed fixtures, pay close attention to the manufacturer's recommendations for wattage and bulb type. Exceeding the recommended wattage can lead to overheating and fire hazards. Using the wrong type of bulb, such as a non-enclosed rated bulb in an enclosed fixture, can also cause problems. Refer to NEC Section 410.16 for guidance on recessed lighting fixtures, including requirements for thermal protection and clearance from combustible materials. This section outlines the specific requirements for installing recessed lighting fixtures in various locations, including those with insulation. Consider using reflector bulbs and recessed fixtures to maximize light output. Reflector bulbs have a built-in reflector that directs light downwards, increasing the efficiency of the fixture and providing more focused illumination. PAR bulbs are a common type of reflector bulb used in recessed lighting. When working with electrical wiring, always follow proper safety precautions. Turn off the power to the circuit before making any connections and use insulated tools. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to install or repair your lighting fixtures. Be sure to use the correct wire gauge for the circuit. The wire gauge should be appropriate for the amperage of the circuit to prevent overheating and fire hazards. Refer to NEC Table 310.15b16 for allowable opacities of insulated conductors. When connecting wires, use wire connectors that are rated for the size and type of wire being used. Twist the wires together tightly and ensure the connector is securely fastened to prevent loose connections. Loose connections can cause arcing and overheating. When installing recessed fixtures, make sure they are properly grounded. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, reducing the risk of electric shock. Connect the grounding wire to the grounding terminal in the fixture and to the grounding wire in the junction box. Consider using a ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI protected circuit for recessed lighting in showers or other wet locations. A GFCI will detect any leakage current and quickly shut off the power to the circuit, protecting you from electric shock. Remember that local codes may have additional requirements for recessed lighting installations. Be sure to check with your local building department to ensure that your installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. Properly installed and maintained recessed lighting can provide years of reliable and safe illumination. However, it's important to follow all safety precautions and code requirements to prevent potential hazards. Regularly inspect your recessed lighting fixtures for any signs of damage or wear, such as cracked lenses, loose wires, or discoloration. Replace any damaged components immediately to prevent further problems. Consider the color temperature of the bulbs you use in your recessed lighting fixtures. Color temperature is measured in Kelvin, and it affects the overall mood and ambience of the space. Warmer color temperatures, such as 2700 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin, create a cozy and inviting atmosphere, while cooler color temperatures, such as 4000 Kelvin to 5000 Kelvin, provide a brighter and more energizing light. When choosing bulbs for shower lighting, look for those that are specifically designed for wet locations and can withstand the moisture and humidity. These bulbs typically have a protective coating or enclosure to prevent water damage. In addition to recessed lighting, consider other types of lighting options for your shower, such as sconces or pendant lights. These fixtures can provide more focused illumination and add a decorative touch to the space. However, be sure to choose fixtures that are rated for wet locations and are installed in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. Remember that proper ventilation is essential in bathrooms to prevent moisture buildup and mold growth. Ensure that your bathroom has adequate ventilation, such as an exhaust fan, to remove excess moisture from the air. When installing recessed lighting in a bathroom, be sure to maintain proper clearance between the fixtures and any combustible materials, such as wood or drywall. This will help to prevent overheating and fire hazards. Consider using low-voltage recessed lighting fixtures in your shower. Low-voltage fixtures operate at a lower voltage than standard line voltage fixtures, which can reduce the risk of electric shock. They also tend to be more energy efficient and have a longer lifespan. Be sure to use a transformer that is specifically designed for low-voltage lighting fixtures. When installing recessed lighting fixtures, be sure to properly support them from the ceiling structure. Use appropriate mounting hardware and ensure that the fixtures are securely fastened to prevent them from falling down. Consider using airtight recessed lighting fixtures to prevent air leakage and energy loss. Airtight fixtures have a gasket that seals the fixture to the ceiling, preventing air from escaping into the attic or other unconditioned spaces. This can help to improve energy efficiency and reduce your heating and cooling costs. When choosing recessed lighting fixtures, consider the size and shape of the room. Larger rooms may require more fixtures to provide adequate illumination, while smaller rooms may only need a few fixtures. Also, consider the shape of the room and how the light will be distributed. If you're installing recessed lighting in a sloped ceiling, be sure to use fixtures that are specifically designed for sloped ceilings. These fixtures have an adjustable gimbal that allows you to aim the light downwards, preventing glare and providing more even illumination. When choosing recessed lighting fixtures, consider the style and design of the room. There are many different styles of recessed lighting fixtures available, from traditional to modern. Choose fixtures that complement the overall decor of the room and enhance its aesthetic appeal. Remember that proper lighting can have a significant impact on the overall look and feel of a space. By carefully planning your recessed lighting installation and choosing the right fixtures and bulbs, you can create a well-lit and inviting environment that is both safe and energy efficient. If you are unsure about any aspect of your recessed lighting installation, consult with a qualified electrician or lighting designer. They can provide expert guidance and ensure that your installation is done correctly and in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. It is important to know about LED retrofit kits designed to replace incandescent or halogen bulbs in existing recessed cans. These kits typically include an LED bulb, a trim ring, and a connector that allows you to easily install the LED in the existing can. LED retrofit kits are a great way to upgrade your recessed lighting to more energy efficient and longer lasting LED without having to replace the entire fixture. When choosing LED retrofit kits, be sure to select kits that are compatible with your existing recessed cans. Check the diameter and depth of the can to ensure that the LED and trim ring will fit properly. Also, consider the color temperature and light output of the LED to ensure that it meets your lighting needs. Look for LED retrofit kits that are Energy Star certified. Energy Star certified products meet strict energy efficiency guidelines set by the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, and can save you money on your energy bills. Consider using smart recessed lighting fixtures that can be controlled with a smartphone or voice assistant. Smart recessed lighting fixtures allow you to adjust the brightness, color, temperature, and even the color of the light, all from your phone or voice assistant. Smart recessed lighting can also be integrated with other smart home devices, such as thermostats and security systems, to create a more automated and convenient home environment. When installing recessed lighting fixtures in a bathroom, be sure to position them so that they provide adequate illumination for tasks such as shaving and applying makeup. Consider placing fixtures above the mirror or on either side of the mirror to provide even and shadow-free lighting. Remember that proper lighting can enhance the functionality and aesthetics of your bathroom. By carefully planning your recessed lighting installation and choosing the right fixtures and bulbs, you can create a well-lit and inviting space that is both safe and functional. When installing recessed lighting fixtures, be sure to use a level to ensure that they are installed straight and even. This will help to create a more professional and aesthetically pleasing look. If you are installing multiple recessed lighting fixtures in a row, use a laser level or chalk line to ensure that they are all aligned properly. Remember that attention to detail can make a big difference in the overall appearance of your recessed lighting installation. When working with electrical wiring, always be aware of the potential hazards and take appropriate safety precautions. Never work on electrical wiring while standing in water or on a wet surface. Wear rubber-soled shoes and use insulated tools to protect yourself from electric shock. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. Remember that electrical safety is paramount. By following proper safety precautions and working with qualified professionals, you can ensure that your recessed lighting installation is done safely and correctly. Consider using occupancy sensors to control your recessed lighting fixtures. Occupancy sensors automatically turn the lights on when someone enters a room and turn them off when the room is empty. This can help to save energy and reduce your electricity bills. Occupancy sensors are particularly useful in areas that are not frequently occupied, such as hallways, closets, and bathrooms. When choosing occupancy sensors, be sure to select sensors that are compatible with your recessed lighting fixtures and that are appropriate for the size and shape of the room. Remember that energy efficiency is an important consideration when choosing recessed lighting fixtures and bulbs. By selecting energy-efficient products and using occupancy sensors, you can reduce your energy consumption and save money on your electricity bills. When installing recessed lighting fixtures in a kitchen, be sure to position them so that they provide adequate illumination for tasks such as food preparation and cooking. Consider placing fixtures above the countertops, sink, and stove to provide focused lighting for these areas. Remember that proper lighting can enhance the functionality and safety of your kitchen. By carefully planning your recessed lighting installation and choosing the right fixtures and bulbs, you can create a well-lit and inviting space that is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. When choosing recessed lighting fixtures for a dining room, consider using fixtures with a dimmer switch. This will allow you to adjust the brightness of the lights to create a more intimate and relaxing atmosphere. You can also use a dimmer switch to create different lighting moods for different occasions. Remember that lighting can play a significant role in creating the ambience of a dining room. By carefully selecting your recessed lighting fixtures and using a dimmer switch, you can create a warm and inviting space that is perfect for dining and entertaining.